Here's the problem. Every year, on average, 11% of the U.S. population between the ages of 20 and 60 suffer some sort of illness or injury that prevents them from working and earning a paycheck. In fact, 3 out of 10 of us will be disabled for at least 3 months before we retire, and for an average of 2 or 3 years. We might be totally disabled or only partially disabled. It could be permanent or only temporary. But an auto accident or a cancer diagnosis can happen to any one of us at any time. In fact, of all the people collecting Social Security disability benefits, 2.3 million are only in their 20s, 30s, or 40s. And if we are suddenly unable to work, suddenly without a monthly paycheck, we can quickly exhaust whatever money we've managed to save over the years. That's why 48% of all home foreclosures and 17% of all personal bankruptcies are directly attributable to a long-term illness or injury. Maybe you think that it could never happen to you because you think you can still work and earn an income lying in a bed or working from home with only a computer and a telephone. But according to the National Institute on Disability and Rehabilitation Research, 82% of long-term disabilities are the result of chronic physical pain or mental anguish, which can affect anyone's ability to think clearly or function effectively. For example, consider the 42-year-old attorney, unable to work since November of 2006 because of stress-induced depression and migraine headaches. Or the 39-year-old accountant, unable to work since May of 2002 because of severe neck and back pain as the result of an auto accident. Or the 48-year-old corporate executive, unable to work since February of 2004 because of stiff and painful joints due to rheumatoid arthritis. Or the 33-year-old business consultant, unable to work since August of 2008 because of chemotherapy and radiation treatments for cancer. Now ask yourself, what would you do if you lose your ability to work and earn a paycheck every month? And how you would get by without an income for 2 or 3 years, or maybe for the rest of your life? How will you make your mortgage payments and your car payments? How will you pay your household expenses or continue to save money for your retirement? Think your employer will keep you on the payroll? Think again. Because fewer than 10% of employers continue to pay wages or salaries for more than 30 days. And workers' compensation only covers occupational disabilities. But fewer than 10% of long-term disabilities are work-related injuries or occupational illnesses. So, what's the solution? Disability insurance. Disability insurance can replace up to 70% of your earned income with a tax-free cash benefit every month when an illness or injury, partial or total, temporary or permanent, prevents you from working for at least 90 days. Disability insurance can provide you with tax-free monthly income to stay in your home and pay all your bills, and without depleting your savings or selling off your assets, without borrowing money or depending on the generosity of friends or family, and without becoming a burden on those you love. Think of it like this. If you had a machine in your basement that printed out $7,000 in currency each month, would you insure that machine? Of course you would. Well, you are that machine. And if you break down with an illness or injury, that machine stops printing out money every month. So if everything you have or hope to have, your home, your savings, your retirement, is all dependent on your income, and your income is entirely dependent on your health, does it make good sense to take your chances without disability insurance and simply hope that you never become one of 50 million disabled Americans? Or does it make better sense to insure your income and protect your financial security with disability insurance?